ஓ எல்லாம் போயிட்டாங்க, சார் போயாச்சு.
Ma'am, shall we start, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Pave, madam, shall we start?
Pave, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, we can start.
Yes, thank you. Good morning, dignitaries, invited guests, respected staffs. I welcome you all for the 5-day International Online Faculty Development Program on Outcome-Based Education, jointly organized by Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University and Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute Faculty of Education. Today is our third day, first session. I welcome all the dignitaries, respected patrons, chief patrons of the Faculty Development Program. I feel very blessed to welcome the respected conveners of this Faculty Development Program, Professor P.C. Nagasubramani Sir, Registrar in charge Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University, and Dr. K. Geeta Ma'am, Principal Dr. MGR Education Research Institute Faculty of Education. And also, I welcome the organizing secretaries of this Faculty Development Program, Dr. B. Sharmila Ma'am, Assistant Professor, Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University, Dr. B. Sendamil Ma'am, MGR Educational Research Institute Faculty of Education. It's my immense pleasure to welcome our resource person, Dr. Seema Gopinath, Assistant Professor, Department of Education, School of Education, Central University of Rajasthan. I welcome all the respected staff, scholars, and students. Once again, I welcome you all. I may now call upon Dr. A. Mahalingam Sir, Assistant Professor, Pedagogical Sciences, Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University, to introduce the chief guest. Sir, please, sir. Sir?
Hello. Please unmute yourself, sir.
Ma'am, are you audible?
Sir, you are audible, sir.
Good morning to all. It is a great pleasure for me to introduce our resource person, Dr. Seema Gopinath Ma'am. Madam is an assistant professor in the Department of Education in School of Education, Central University, Rajasthan. Madam has passed NET in education, set in mathematics, and she has completed PhD in education. She is very good in mathematics teaching and research. She is an eminent professor and she has more than 15 years teaching and research experience in the field of education. She has published many articles in national and international. She has also published so many books and book in chapter in national and international. She is highly resourceful and her presentation will be always lively. She has great personality. Is her now to share the session and to make us enlightened. Thank you, ma'am. Please come, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your brief introduction, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Ma'am,
we welcome you, ma'am. Now this session is yours, ma'am.
Thank you so much for your invitation. So can I share my screen?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it is visible, ma'am.
So once again, thank you so much for inviting me as a resource person in the 5-day International Online Faculty Development Program on outcome-based education. So I am so thankful for Nagar Subramani sir for contacting me for acting as the resource person. So today's topic given for me is mapping of COs, POs to POs. So let's start with outcome-based education. I know for 2 days you are hearing about outcome-based education. Earlier we were dealing with objective-based education, but just a minute. I'm stopping my video because my internet connection is a little bit unstable. Yes. So earlier we were dealing with objective-based education. But now the scenario has changed. And now we are dealing with outcome-based education. So what is the difference between these outcome-based education and objective-based education? In objective-based education, we were dealing with aims only. So but outcome-based education or outcomes-based education is an educational theory that bases each part of an educational system around the goals. That is the difference. Earlier, we were dealing only with aims. That aims that can be, we can see within the classroom whether it is attained or not. But the goals, we are not at all bothered about that goals, that whether it is realized or not. But now we have to deal with that also. We have to see whether our goals are attained or not. So by the end of the educational experience, each student should have achieved the goal. That is outcome-based education. So now we have to see whether we have attained our goal, whether the students have achieved the goal, and whether the teachers or the faculties have attained the goal. So let's see in detail how we can see or how we are establishing the relationship between our objectives, our outcomes, etc. So OBE is all about feedback and outcome. As such, we have to do evaluation, and we have to get the feedback also. With the help of feedback only, we can see that our goals. We can see that our goals are attained. But that in an achievement test or any type of test, there we are doing our evaluation only and we are giving them marks. That outcome, whether it is attained or not, we are not able to understand. So feedback is an important point in outcome-based education. And see, we are discussing about 4 levels of outcomes, and 4 levels of outcomes from OBE are program outcome, POs, course outcome, COs, program educational objectives, and program specific outcomes. So today I will discuss in detail about each of these and how these course outcomes are mapped to programmed outcomes and to program specific outcome. So how we can do this mapping. And you know, this mapping is now so important. As such, our NAC accreditation is concerned, the one criteria will be dealing criteria 1 and even criteria 2 also dealing with this a part is this only attainment of COPO. So first of all, they are asking whether we have met our COs with POs. So let us see in detail what are this program. So first of all, I am dealing with program educational objectives. Here you see, if you are seeing the 4, I have written 4 levels of outcomes, and one is program educational objectives only. So first see what is program educational objectives. Program educational objectives are broad statements that describe the career and professional accomplishments that the program is preparing students to achieve. We know objectives are clearly statements only. Objectives are statements that a teacher wish to bring in his or her student after the quiz. Here we are dealing with program educational objectives. So program educational objectives are broad statements describe career and professional accomplishments that program is preparing student to achieve. So see here a program, we are running so many programs in our institution. The MA program will be there, MSc program will be there, engineering program will be there. So many programs are there. So yes, somebody has raised the hand. Is there any query?
Is there any query? You can put it in. Ma'am, they will put the queries in the chat box, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So let's continue. So this program educational objectives are broad statements that describe the career and professional accomplishments that the program is preparing students to achieve. So a program, when we are considering MEd program or MA education program,
I think there
so
is no
what career and what yes, I'm not audible. Pardon me.
Ma'am, I think that is no query, ma'am.
Okay, okay, okay. Let's continue.
Yes.
So, let's consider the course M.Ed or MA education. So, this M.Ed or MA education program, a student is doing this program, and after completing this program, so what are the career and professional accomplishments that the program is preparing the students to achieve? So, program educational objectives are those statements. We have to write it clearly. What are the program educational objectives of a particular program that describe the career and professional accomplishments? It should describe the career and professional accomplishments that the program is preparing students to achieve. So, and again, PEO, program educational objectives, refer to specific goals consistent with the institution's mission and vision. Very, very important. Whatever program educational objectives we are writing, whatever program objectives we are writing, whatever course objectives we are writing, everything should be in par with the mission and vision of the institution. If it is a university, there will be a mission and vision statement for the university. Then there is a mission and vision for a particular department also. But these two should be in par. It cannot be distinct. It should be same, only one, and same means it cannot be the exact wording, but it should map. There should be a mapping with our departmental mission and vision to the mission and vision of the university. So we are, first of all, we are considering the mission and vision. That is what PO refers to: specific goals consistent with the institution's mission and vision that are responsive to the expressed interest of program stakeholders, in particular the requirement of professional bodies. Program stakeholders, students, our parents, then faculties, even employers. So whatever, how much they are interested, so how they are interested in our program, and so that refers to the specific goals consistent with the institution's mission and vision that are responsive to the expressed interest of program stakeholders, in particular to the requirement of professional bodies. Why student is selecting the course, where to study, what is the objective of this institution, what is the educational objective of that particular program of that institution. With they're referring to that objective, students are interested in joining the course. Parents are interested in sending the students to that particular institution. Employers are interested in taking or giving job to that particular candidates who are coming out from with a degree of a particular institution. And POs describe the expected achievements of students in their career and professional life a few years after graduation or post-graduation. So this also describes the expected achievements of students in their career and professional life a few years after graduation. That is what earlier I said. In AIMS, we are dealing with only that evaluation inside the classroom. But in that outcome-based education is that is also that achievement we are evaluating also after few years after their graduation, whether they are placed or whether they are going for higher education related to that particular course, like that. Then one example for PEO, program educational objective. So how when we are writing, so we many are little bit confused while writing that PEO, program educational objective. So this is just an example. It has taken from one engineering course, one core proficiency. The same we can include in our particular course also. PEO
Ma'am.
Dear participants, our guest network is unstable. I think she will join soon. Kindly wait for a few minutes.
for a few minutes.
Am I audible?
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
audible, ma'am, now.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah, you're
Minute.
audible, ma'am.
I will just change my internet connection. Actually, I think this connection is unstable. So I will just change my connection.
Sure, ma'am.
Sure, ma'am.
Is it visible? Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. We can
Okay.
see your screen, ma'am.
Yes, yes. So, just I was telling about one example for program educational objective. So, first one is core proficiency. Second one, professionalism. Graduates will be employed, may pursue higher education or undertake research. Learning environment. Graduates will embrace professional career growth with values and ethics and urge for lifelong learning. Then, just a minute. Yes. Then what is the process of for establishing program educational objective? First of all, this program educational objective, we cannot a single person cannot frame this program educational objective. We can frame, but we have to consult others also. So there are certain steps for the preparation of program educational objective, even for program objectives as well as program objectives also. First step, vision and mission of the institute and department are taken into consideration to interact with various stakeholders and establish the program educational objectives that I have already discussed. We have to see the vision and mission of the institute and department. Step 2, head of the department academic committee and other senior faculty prepares draft version of PEO and program outcomes. Step 3, the draft version is discussed with stakeholders and their views are collected by just a minute. See here, step 3, the draft version is discussed with the stakeholders. Stakeholders means that we have to discuss with those alumni, faculties, employers. So we have to discuss with other academicians. So the draft version is discussed with the stakeholders. Then the Department Assessment Audit Committee reviews and analyzes the POs and POs and submits its recommendation to the Departmental Advisory Board. So they have to take the feedback from the stakeholders, and then that Department Assessment Audit Committee review the program educational objective and POs. Step 5, Departmental Advisory Board deliberates on the recommendation and freezes the POs and submit them to BOS for final approval. So after finalizing from the department, this has to be submitted before BOS for final approval. The program curriculum is designed by incorporating inputs from members of Board of Studies. So whatever reflections they are giving, we have to incorporate that also. And then it is going to academic council, who are drawn from various academic institutions and B&D organizations and industry. Then inputs are also obtained from alumni and other stakeholders. This is very important while we are framing a curriculum for a program. We have to obtain that inputs. We have to see the inputs from alumni, or when we are modifying a particular curriculum or syllabus, we have to see the feedback of alumni also and other stakeholders. Besides, a skill in demand analysis is carried out periodically to identify the core areas in the concerned domain that are consistent with the industry needs. And thus, The POs are established, checked for consistency with the mission statement of the institution. Then now we are going to deal with program outcome. Program outcomes describe what students are expected to know and would be able to do at the time of graduation. So earlier program objectives were there. Program objectives also describe what students are expected to know and what changes, what behavioral changes they have to come across or after a course, particular course. Here, program objectives describe what students are expected to know and would be able to do by the time of graduation. After completing a particular course, after getting their graduation, then after completing their graduation, then what they are able to, how much how much capable they are of doing regarding to that particular course. These relate to the skills, knowledge, and behaviors that students acquire as they progress through the program. So these are related to the skills, knowledge, and behaviors that students acquire as they progress through the program. POs need to be identified by the university or institute offering general program. So program outcomes are identified by the university. One example, POs, sometimes POs are often called as graduate attributes also. In this NAC, regarding NAC work, we can see that that word is their attribute. So we can say that this POs are often called as graduate attributes. So this is an example for some POs, a set of POs identified by Rao 2020, which can be used by universities like PO 1 to up to 10 POs. Here it is. It is written PO1 critical thinking, problem solving, computational thinking, effective communication, social interaction, self-directed and lifelong learning, effective citizenship, ethics, environment and sustainability, global perspective. Yes, there are 12 POs are there. 12 POs are there. And 11 POs are there. 11, see, that PO, that number, it cannot be fixed. We cannot fix that particular number. It depends upon the program. Sometimes there will be 10 POs. Sometimes there will be more than 10. It can be less than 10 also. But in generally, we can we can give this type of POs. Critical thinking. We can give what type of critical thinking that's after completing a program, what type of critical thinking the students have to get, or what type of problem solving ability, what type of computational thinking, effective communication, social interaction, self-directed and lifelong learning, effective citizenship, ethics, environment and sustainability, global perspectives, and any other program, any other outcome that can be excuse me, just a minute. Yes, global perspectives and any other which is deemed fit for the university. So this can be when we are framing a program outcome, we can consider these three, these 10 or 11 or 12, any number. So next we can see an example for PO. It is that program objective for a B.Ed course. See, first one, PO1 professional knowledge. The students will acquire strong fundamental professional knowledge and acquire adequate information regarding basic principle of teaching learning process. See, these program outcomes are general. So we are not now here, we are not particularly or we are not specifying their program specific objectives are again coming. So there we will discuss about specific thing. Here it is program outcome. In general, professional knowledge. Students will acquire strong fundamental professional knowledge and acquire adequate information regarding basic principle of teaching learning process. 2. Social responsibility. Students will develop positive perspectives towards Indian social values and international values. Then professional ethics. Students will demonstrate knowledge of professional ethics as suitable for their professional identification. Students will adhere to their professional code of ethics and shall act as an integral part of education system. Analytical skill. Students will develop skills in analysis of various teaching objective, teaching skill, action, research activities, etc. Leadership skill. Students will develop interpersonal skills such as influencing others, negotiating and working with others, conflict management, and leading others through problem-solving process. Communication skill. Students will acquire excellent interpersonal oral communication and writing skills. Then evaluation skill. Students will be acquainted with evaluation skills necessary for testing the accurate knowledge and to bring about necessary modification in techniques of imparting and receiving knowledge. Then guidability. Students will be able to know and understand various types of opportunities to career and make them by availing them according to their capabilities. 10. Rational thinking. Students will be able to develop rational thinking and utilize it to arrive at conclusion, which will facilitate the process of decision making about various activities and documents. This is an example for program outcome. So when we are framing a program outcome, this we can keep it as a guideline so that we have to prepare program outcome depending upon our course, depending upon our program. Now, program specific outcome. Program specific outcomes are statements that describe what the graduates of a specific program should be able to do. This there should be specifically what the graduates or the students should do. That is dealing with program specific outcomes. So one example. See here. This is an example for program specific outcome of a data analytics subject, a core program. See here, program specific outcome, insight into various fields of information technology. And program specific outcome 2, understand and resolve engineering problem. PSO3, ready for industry, academics, and research. And here, this program outcome I have written, that is already, have you heard about that National Board of Assessment? They have clearly given program out, that is for engineering or technological department. They have that assessment. They have clearly given what are the program outcomes to be written for each technical course. So these are those that I think somebody have written in chat box regarding that 12 program outcomes. That is for technical courses. That is correct. They have given clearly. They have given 12 that program outcomes. That is engineering knowledge, problem analysis, development of solution, investigation of complex problem, modern tool usage, engineer and society, environment and sustainability, ethics, individual and teamwork, communication, project management and finance, lifelong learning. This is particularly for technological courses, technology-related courses, engineering and technology-related courses. But for other courses like humanities, arts, or science, other science courses, that program objective that can vary. That is what I have already given some example for. We can keep that as a framework for making our program outcomes. Now, course outcome. Next is course outcome. So for a particular program, we are having several courses, and for each course, we have to write, or we have to see what are the course outcomes of each course. Course outcome is a statement that describes what students are expected to know and be able to perform or attain upon completion of a course. Each CO contributes to the achievement of PO via curriculum design, course delivery, and assessment tasks that are most appropriate to attain that CO. Here, see, when we are framing course outcomes, we have to see these course outcomes should map with our program outcome. So first, we are having program educational objectives. Our PO should map with that program educational objective, and our course of outcome should map with program objectives. And again, these everything are mapped with our vision and mission, that you don't forget. Everything should be mapped with our mission and mission of the institution. So here, the course outcome, each CO contributes to the achievement of PO via curriculum design. So when we are designing the curriculum, when we are framing syllabus of a particular course, we have to see our course objective or course outcome should map with that program outcome. Then course that first of all, we are making course outcome. Then we are based on that course outcome, we are preparing our content, and based on that, we are seeing how we are delivering the content. So there also it should be mapped with our program outcome, because that outcome we have to see whether that is attained or not, whether the students have achieved it or not. So course delivery should also be through that mapped with our program outcome, and assessment tasks that are most appropriate to attain that CO. Then one example for course outcome. This is data structure and algorithms lab. This is one example. See, CO1 course outcome: understand the role and applications of data structure in real life. CO2, develop abstract data types for solving complex problems. See, when it is come to course outcome, it is little bit that specified. Understand the role and applications of data structure, that specifically it has come. Earlier, when we are speaking about program objectives, it was generic only. Here, it has come to specific in nature, that understand the role and applications of data structure in real life. So when we are framing that our content, we have to see what data structure, what is data structure, or how what is the application of data structure in real life. That should, the student should attain this thing. So the content should be mapped with, or content should be in align with this CO1. Then develop abstract data types for solving complex problems. So when we are framing our curriculum, our syllabus, we have to see this also should be there. Then understand the concepts of nonlinear data structures and application. Then analyze the efficiency of algorithm. This is just an example for framing course outcome. Then relating, next is relating the outcomes CO, PO, and PSO, PEO. After CO statements are developed by course in charge, here course outcomes are developed by who are preparing the syllabus, or who are taking that, who are handling that charge, that course. That is, after CO statements are developed by course in charge, CO will map with any possible POs based on the relationship exists between them. So it should map with our course objective, course outcome should map with any of the POs. It doesn't mean that all CO should map with all PO. That is not possible. So, but the POs are not necessarily mapped with any one CO, and it may be left blank. See, means that first CO1 may not be mapped with PO1, so we can leave it. In coming slide, one example is there. Then anyhow, it is mandatory that all COs should map with any one of PSO and PEO which are specified in the program. So you can see next one. See, this is an example for CO PO mapping, but I have already written one that this one. This PSO, program specific objective and program outcome, program specific outcome and program outcome, this mapping and CO mapping that is given in this table. Performing CO mapping with PO and PSO. Here in table, see, here you can see some numbers. Here 2, 3, 1, like that numbers. That is, here it is written, 3 corresponds to a high correlation, 2 corresponds to a medium correlation, and 1 corresponds to a low correlation. 1 correlation and between CO and PO and PSO. See here how we can frame a CO PO mapping like this. That I will share. We can frame that. Here you see CO1. CO1 is mapped with the PO1 with 2, with the number 2. Number 2 means it is having a medium correlation. Course outcome 1 is having a medium correlation with program outcome 1. Here also 2. Here also 2. But CO1 is not at all mapped with CPO4. So here it is written that a dash is there. There is no mapping. And when you are coming to this side, PSO1, program specific objective, CO1 is having very high correlation with program specific objective 1. Here, medium. Then here you can see PO1, CO4. CO4 is having very high correlation with PO1. That is, here it is written 3. And see, in this particular course, there are only 4 course outcome. It doesn't mean that there is only 4 course outcome. It depends upon the course. Some courses are having more than 5 course outcomes. Some are having less than that also. So here 4 course outcomes are there. But we cannot say that for a particular course, how much that if we are asking that, okay, how that course outcome, how much it is mapped to PO1. We cannot say that CO1, 2, CO2, 2, like that. So what we are doing is we are finding the average of these correlation. So here this average of these numbers is 2.25. So we can say that this course outcome is having, that particular course is having program outcome 1 with 2.25 correlation. Like we can say 2 to 3. It is little high correlation. We cannot say that it is too much high, but little high correlation with PO1. Then PO2 also 2.25. And coming here, it is 1.75. It is less than 2. So we cannot say that it is high. So there is a medium correlation between that course outcome of particular course with program objective 4. And here it is 0.75 only. So we can say that it is very less correlation between that course objective is having very less correlation with that PO5. How to match course outcome with objectives, that I am going to share now. See, so I think you get an idea how we are filling these numbers. So now I am stop sharing this, and now I am going to make a table where we are going to map one course outcome with one program outcome. So I am already prepared with one program outcome and course outcome. So I will share now this. I am stop sharing this, and I am sharing another one. Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am. You can see.
So this is a program outcome for one course MA Education, and there are 9 program outcome, and these are course objectives for one course ICT in Education. So here there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here there are 5 course outcomes. Just a minute. See, so how we can map this PO, this CO with this PO. So I'm just drawing one table. So see, we are having 9 program outcomes. So 9 plus 1, 10. 10 by 10 by 5. Okay, 5 not 6. Okay, see here, POs we are writing a PO and CO are there. So POs are we are writing here POs and COs we are writing down. So PO1, PO1, PO2, PO3, PO4, PO5, PO6, PO7, PO8, PO9, CO, CO1, CO2, CO3, CO4, CO5. See, so we are seeing the mapping between this course objective 1 and program objective 1. First of all, we can say take this course objective 1. See what is that course objective. Understand how to learn complex ideas and carry out challenging tasks employing tools of modern technology. See, and you have to see this program objective. Here, 9 program objectives are there. So first CO1. CO1. See, understand how to learn complex ideas and carry out challenging tasks employing tools of modern technology. You see here, which are the program outcomes that mapping with this particular CO. First one here, PO1 is student will gain knowledge and critical understanding in the subject matter. So see here, they understand, student understand how to how to learn complex ideas and carry out challenging tasks employing tools of modern technology. So they are gaining knowledge about how to use that technology, modern technology. So we can say that there is a mapping between CO1 and PO1 here. PO1 is the student will gain knowledge and critical understanding in the subject matter. Can we say that it is a very high mapping? Whether it is high, medium or less? You can write in chat box what you feel, whether it is high. High. So we can write here 3. Now, CO1, course objective 1, we can see 2, program objective 2. The students will be able to critically engage themselves with current educational theory, research, policy, and practice. Student will be able to critically engage themselves with current educational theory, research, policy, and practice. So, see, with the development of modern technology, they are able to engage themselves with current educational theory, research, policy, and practice. But we cannot say that it is too much correlated. But we can, here also, we can give a correlation of 2. PO3, students will develop ability to identify, formulate, and solve complex learning educational problems. So there we can see a very less correlation is there. Students will develop an ability to identify. Yes, they are identifying which tool can be used for learning or particular for a particular context, which tool can be used. So they are identifying, yes, identifying, then formulate and solve complex educational problem. Yes, there is there also a mapping is there. We can here also we can put 2. Now 4, The students will develop an ability to critically examine educational theories, educational policies, and also contribute in the formulation of educational policies. That is very low. We can say negligible. Negligible is there. So here we can write a dash only. Then P of 5. The students will be able to serve as technology leaders and use technology as an effective tool to support teaching and learning. Here, there is very high correlation. So we can here give 3. 6, PO6. Student will be able to design appropriate, students will be able to design and interpret research in different areas of education. So here it is related to research. So there is not much related to our technology, or just if you are feeling that there is, yes, they can use that modern technology tool for designing something like that, we can give 1. PO7. Students will be able to design appropriate and effective curricula and instructional strategies, including meeting the needs of diverse learners. But here here also we can say that how for diverse learners, how they can use that technology appropriately. So we can give some 2. Then PO8. Students will develop entrepreneurial skills and will acquire knowledge of various avenues available to develop entrepreneurship. So these tools are actually they are not, this is an MA education course. So ICT in education, they are just studying this course for how to handle a class in classroom, ICT in the classroom. So here there is not too much entrepreneur. So we can leave it and name. The students will develop an ability to think independently and to examine critically the different issues, so that they will grow to become competent policy makers in the field of education. So here also we can, there is not too much correlation. So in this way, we can correlate, or we can map the course objectives with course outcome with program outcome. Here it is written course objective, it is outcome only. So here, this is CO1 mapped with program objective, name program outcomes, name program outcomes. Similarly, you have to take CO2. In the same way, we have to, just a minute, in between I am seeing the chat also. Okay, see here, this is related to this. This is how we are mapping course outcome with program outcome. Here, I have not written program specific outcomes here. When program specific outcomes are also here, see, I am just going back to that old screen. I stop sharing here, and I will again come back here. See, here you can see program specific outcome. So you see what are the program specific outcomes. Here it is written. Yes, see, insight into various fields of information technology. And this is program specific outcome. So here also we have to write, that is for MA education I have written for that program. So we have to write program specific outcome for that. Here, insight into various fields of information technology. And I have already shown you some that, yes, program example for program objective B.Ed. So with the help of this, we can write that program specific outcome. So for MA education, it is related to education only. So what program specific outcomes we can write? program specific outcome. Can you suggest some program specific outcomes for that? For education. Professional knowledge. See, here program outcome is also written as professional knowledge. Program specific outcome is will also, that professional knowledge will come in program specific outcome also, because as such, this B.Ed is a professional course, but MA education, that MA education prepares students for a teacher. So we can say that teaching is a professional course only. So we can say that professional knowledge will come for that program specific objective for MA, professional knowledge. So then next is program, that is PSO1. PSO2, we can write, see here, understand, resolve engineering problems. Here in MA education, students are handling we are preparing students to handle the students and also related to higher education. So we can write, we can, and then I'm seeing in chat box also. Yes, understanding skills. Yes, understanding skills also will come. Communication. Communication is communication. We can write PSO2 as communication. Then understanding skills, that PSO3, we can write understanding. See here, now how we are mapping that. I am stop sharing here and I am going back to our, yes, here. See, here we have to add more. PSO1, PSO1, next year. PSO2, PSO3. So 3 program specific outcomes that we have written. What program specific outcomes here? I will write that program specific outcomes also. PSO1, we have written professional knowledge. PSO2, we have written communication skills. Then PSO3, one more we can write, professional ethics. Professional ethics, PSO3, PSO4. We can write understanding skills. Understanding skills. See, here PSO one more we have to write. PSO4. So here PSO1, first course objective. See, understand how to learn complex ideas and carry out challenging tasks employing tools of modern technology. So they are getting professional knowledge regarding to use of technology. So it is there. So we can write here 3. Now, communication skill. here they are communicating with that technology, that how they are communicating through technology. So that communication skills they are also getting. Here we can also write 3. Yes, comprehensive learning, practical knowledge. Yes, good. So this is just an example. See, depending upon your course, it will change. I think now you understand how to frame this PSO1, that course objective and program objective. See, we can map this also. PSO3, professional ethics. So here, understand how to learn complex ideas and carry out challenging tasks employing tools of modern technology. Yes, carrying out challenging tasks employing tools of modern technology. Use of modern technology that needs some ethics for using this technology that needs some ethics. So we can write here some 2. Then PSO4, understanding skills, that is also there. We can write 3. Likewise, CO2, we can write. Can you fill this? That last one we have to find that average also. Second one, learn to integrate effectively technology into teaching. So see the program outcome. Student will gain knowledge and critical understanding in the subject matter. That here also it will come because they will integrate technology into teaching. Once they are gaining knowledge and understanding about that subject matter, they can integrate it effectively. So here also it will come 3. Then learn to second PO. The student first is it is over. Now we are dealing with course objective 2. Learn to integrate effectively technology into teaching. 2. The students will be able to critically engage themselves with current educational theory, research, policy, and practice. That will also come because they are integrating technology into their teaching. So whatever new whatever current educational theory or researchers are coming in the field of this technology, they can use that also. So here we can write 3. In between, I'm asking, are you getting my point? Are you able to visualize that POCO?
Yes, ma'am, we can see.
Like, I'm not asking like seeing, whether you are able to understand what I am saying. How
Yeah,
can
yes, ma'am.
Because
yes,
this is very important part in our actually we are not at all in many institutions we are not at all considering it as a serious matter for this POCO mapping. When NAC visit will come, we will be little bit alert. Oh yes, we have to map this. Then at that time only we are doing all this work. But no, it is not like that. Now I think this according to new educational policy, almost all syllabus are now changing or we are modifying. So this time we can frame, we can when we are modifying our syllabus, we can impart this COPO mapping exactly into our syllabus. So it should be in our syllabus. And I have referred so many syllabus of many universities. Even they have only many are not having even program objective. Many are not course objectives are there for course outcomes are there for many courses. But most of the universities are not at all written anything in their syllabus. Just only they have written syllabus. But that is that should not be there. Exactly our program outcome should be there. Course outcome should be there. After writing course outcome, this mapping should be there. And after that only, you have to write your content. So there you will find how these course objectives are mapped to program objective. After writing this, preparing this table, then only you start your content, unit 1, unit 2, like that. Okay, just we can go back to our mapping. So CO2 was learned to integrate effectively technology into teaching. C3, students will develop an ability to identify, formulate, and solve complex educational problem. So when we are when we are teaching students with technology, they can identify or that they can use technology in their teaching. So we can a little bit correlation is there. We can give one. Then see, this is I am just concerning about this how to give this mapping. But you when you are preparing your syllabus, when you are preparing course objective by your own, you can see that exact mapping, whether it is 3, 1 or 2 or 1, and you can see that exact mapping. So now PO4. PO4 is students will develop an ability to critically examine educational theory, educational policies, and contribute in the formulation of educational policy. Not too much is there. So we can just leave that. Now PO5. PO5 is students will be able to serve as technology leaders. Yes, that is there because technology, they are integrating technology into teaching. So their PO5 will be for all, I think it will be three only. Then 6, students will be able to design and interpret research in different areas of education. Here also we can put little 1. Now PO7. PO7 is students will be able to design an appropriate and effective curricula and instructional strategies, including meeting the needs of diverse learners. See, here they have to see, when they are teaching, they have to see diverse learners. When they are using technology also, they have to see diverse learners. Then students will develop entrepreneurial skills and will acquire knowledge of various avenues, so that we can, this also we can leave it. Now, students will develop an ability to think independently and to examine critically different issues. So that also we can write some 1 for that. Now PSO 1, program specific objective professional knowledge. Yes, definitely they will get there, and that professional knowledge will be there for using of the technology. Then communication skills will be there because they are handling with teaching only. Then PSO3, professional ethics, that is also there, and understanding skills is also there. Now CO3, similarly we have to fill all these columns, and then we will take the average. So here 3 more are there. If we can fill it, I will just fill it 1 column. CO3, learn to utilize their knowledge beliefs towards meaningful, with 1 only. Learn to utilize their knowledge, beliefs, and skills towards meaningful learning, making full use of technology of modern tools of modern technology. So here also 1 will come, 3 will come. Now CO4. CO4 is acquire skills towards employing e-resources for learning and to interface with ICT devices confidently. Yes, that also 3 will be there. And CO5, become competent globally with enhanced learning and teaching skills. Yes, so they will become competent globally with enhanced. Yes, this also we can write 3. So here the average will be 3 only. So, and for this course objective, not objective, outcome. Course outcome is having very high correlation with program outcome 1. And see here, PO4, we have given it blank only. And see for 3, course outcome 3 is learning to utilize their knowledge, beliefs, and skill towards more meaningful learning, making use of use of modern technology. Here, PO4 is student will develop an ability to critically examine educational theories, policies, and contribute in the formulation of educational policies. So they are utilizing their knowledge, beliefs, and skills towards meaningful learning. So here they can we can say that they will use, which type of theories in their knowledge they are using, what type of theories they can use for use in their classroom. So here we can write some 2. This we can write 2. But in some cases, see for this one, 8, there is no, that is related to entrepreneurship. So we can leave it. So here we cannot say that here it is so, there is no mapping a course objective. This course objective is not mapped with the PO8. But any of the course, this is only one course, ICT in education, but any of the course in this program is having a good mapping with this 8, PO8. So that should be there, or else we cannot say that it is mapped to. That is what already I told you, that we have 10. If we have 10 or 11 program object outcome, that doesn't mean that all course outcomes of a particular course should map with all of these. Okay? There should be a blank. We can leave it blank also. Sometimes there should be here. If it is not there, you see here the average will be 2 only, not 2. See, average will be here, nothing is there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 divided by 5. 2 divided by 5 will be here the average. Total 5 course outcomes are there, and here there is only 1, 2 is there. So we can say that 2 by 5, 2 by 5, 0.4 we can write. So there is very less correlation here. So in this way, we are finding the average correlation between each course outcome and program outcome. Is it clear? Or if you have any doubt, let me see the chat also. So if you have any doubt, then you can ask in chat box how to find average. Okay, this average we are finding. See here there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 course outcomes are there. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 into 5, 15. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Here there is, see, I have given it blank only. So here there is only one column 2. So here 5 are there, 5 course outcomes are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So divided by 5. Just a minute. I will once more check it. Yes, same only. Actually, I was rechecking it whether that average is that only. See, I will stop sharing and we can go to that older this one. Here you can see that average. That there it is clear, because that, yes, here. See here, you see here 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3. 4 course outcomes are there. So here the total is 3 plus 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 divided by 4, that is 2.25. Clear? 4 course outcomes are there. You have to total all these, and divided by 4. Here also the same. So 9 divided by 4 is 2.25. Here you see that is 3 plus 2 plus 2. Here nothing is there. So it is a blank only. So 2, this divided by 7. 7 divided by 4 course outcomes are there. So divided by 4. When we are finding the average, the sum, whatever it is there, the sum should be this that only. And you have to divide by 4. 4 means here there are 4 course outcome. That is why we are dividing it by 4. So here 7 divided by 4, 1.75. See here 3. 3 divided by 4. That is 0.75. Here, only 1 divided by 4, 0.25. So in this way, we are finding the average. I think it is clear to you how to find the average. Okay, then this is for each course. So we have to see the mapping of each course with program objective. So that program objective will remain same for every program, each program. For MA Education, M.Ed or B.Tech or any program objective, they are having separate program objectives. That will be same. And for a particular program, there will be 10 to 15 courses. So each courses are having separate course objectives. Each course not objectives, outcomes. Each course outcome should be mapped with this program objective. And finally, that should be mapped with program educational objective. I will share one more screen. That picture of that program objective. Just a minute. Just a minute, I am trying to share one more screen that it is not seeing to me. Just a minute. Yes. Is it visible? Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See here, relating the outcomes. After CO statements are developed by course in chart, I have already written in that PowerPoint. There, we have to write the course in charge who is preparing that syllabus. They have to frame course outcome. So CO will be mapped with any possible POs. So this CO1, it doesn't mean that CO1 should be mapped with all. It can be, see here, PO 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 program outcomes. This is just an example. 5 program outcome, 3 program specific outcome, and here program educational objective 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we are not actually writing program that mapping with program educational objective in our curriculum. In our curriculum, we are just seeing while framing the curriculum, we are mapping this CEO with PO and PS only. So this CO1 is mapped to this. CO1 means any of these course objectives are mapped with this program objectives and program specific objectives, which in turn these are mapped with program educational objectives. See, first of all, we are preparing program educational objective, and this program, and with this program educational objective only we are preparing program specific program outcomes and program specific outcome. So it is clear that this is having relation with PEO, and with this program outcome only we are framing course outcome. That is why first we are mapping course outcome. This is the smallest one that we are mapping to biggest one, PO. Then we are mapping with PEO, and this in turn map with our mission and vision. That is very important. So during our NAC work, we can do in, I think in criteria 1, we are having that how you are mapping that PO and CO, like that one question is there. So we can write like, what is your mission statement? So definitely, I think one statement will be in for many institutions, it is like that. We are having one main statement for mission, and then Just a minute. I am sharing one more again. This one. So one mission statement is there. More than two or three vision statements are also there. So anyway, this mission, vision statements are mapped with the mission only. So this mission, what is the do you know what is the difference between mission and vision? Please differentiate PO and PSO with some example. Okay, see here I have already written that program specific objective with just a minute. I will just see where I have written program specific objectives. See here, PSO, program specific objective. This program, MA Education, will develop that professional knowledge in students. So that is why it is written professional knowledge. And here program outcomes are the students will gain knowledge and critical understanding in the subject matter. Subject matter means any of that, all subject matter, whatever courses we are giving, whatever subjects we are teaching. So the students will gain knowledge and critical understanding in that subject matter. Students will be able to critically engage themselves with current educational theory, research, policy, and practice. So here, that specifically they will develop, they will get professional knowledge, they will get communication skill, they will be efficient in communicating, the professional ethics will be developing in them, understanding skills will be developing in them, and many have written in chat box many other program specific outcomes. You can use that also. So these are specifically for that particular program. Specifically for another engineering. I have already shared with you engineering PSO. Again, I will stop here and share that. Then you will understand the difference between that. See here, program specific outcome, insight into various fields of information technology. So this is for one engineering course. So here, insight into various fields of information. This is for data analytic course. Insight into various fields of information technology. In data analytics studies, they are studying many different courses. So through all these courses, through that particular program, they will get insight into various fields of information technology. Then specifically, they will understand and resolve engineering problem, ready for industry, academics, and students will be ready after completing the program. They will be ready for industry, academics, and research. Then you see here program outcome. This program outcome, I already told you, this is already there. 12 program outcomes are given by National Board of Accreditation. They have clearly given this, but for NAC, we are not having that particular type. They have not given. So we are framing that program outcomes for science, other university courses. We are framing outcomes can be 12 or more than 12 or less than 12, like that. So here program outcome one, knowledge. Here all other program knowledge will be there, because this is technical course. Engineering knowledge will be there. Problem analysis, students will be able to analyze the problem based on each course. Development of solutions, students will be able to develop solution for particular problem related to a particular course. Investigation of complex problem, so students will be able to investigate that particular complex problem. Students will be able to use modern tool effectively, that the engineer and society. So they will be become good engineers, or they will be that professionally qualified engineers for serving the society. Like that, these are program outcome. And specifically that in generally we are how that program will help the students, or what outcome we are expecting from the students. So this is particularly, we are getting insight into various fields of information technology like that. So this POCO mapping with here in our syllabus, when we are framing the syllabus, this should be compulsory there. CO mapping with PO and PSO. And in many courses, I have referred so many that syllabus, many PSO are not there. And somewhere they have given it separate column also. That also you can do. Here, COPO with one column, one table, and PSO, program specific objective, in another table also, or else this in one, we can map this COPO. So, and this is the average. Here we are seeing, see, average CO, average course objective. This is PO1, program of outcome 1 is having 2.25 correlation with this CO, course outcome. So that means this course outcome of that particular course is having good correlation with program outcome 1. This is also having good correlation. Here, this is, we can say 0.25. This is not having too much correlation with program outcome 6, is not having too much correlation with that particular course outcome. That particular course is not having too much to do with this program outcome 6. Like that, we are interpreting this one. And in, I think in next session, you are dealing with this, how to use assessment, how to assess this program, this thing. Here also, I will just brief it out. Yes, this can be differentiated in case of specialist degree programs. Yes. See, I'm stop sharing here. One thing I can say, this POCO mapping, once we are formulating this POCO mapping, it that is not the end, but we have to see whether it is attained or not. I think in coming session, you will deal with how to measure that attainment. Here, I will just share one screen also for attaining that, how to attain that. You just see. Just a minute, I will. Yes. This is not my area, but I'm just sharing this for your knowledge, that in this way we can see here steps for POCO attainment. Just a quick glance. So ICT in education, here CAA, we are having, see, there are 3 now we are having continuous continuous internal assessment. So this is continuous and comprehensive evaluation, internal assessment. So this is for our university. We are having 3 evaluation per semester: CAA 1, CAA 2, and end semester examination. So CAA 1 is it is clearly written exam only. CA2, we can give some assignments, even a written exam is possible, and assignments can be assignments or any practical work, anything, depending upon the course instructor, we will give that assignments. Then these 2 are for a 100-mark question. This CAA1 is for 20 mark, CA2 is for 20 mark, and then semester will be of 60 mark. So when we are calculating this CO attainment, our target 60% students have to score more than our average. See here, 3 actually that students, depending upon the number of students, this who have achieved 60%, how much students have scored the more than 60%, 20 marks, 60% means 12. So how many students scored more than 12? So that P is percentages here, percentage of students who have achieved the target. P divided by means if there are 10 students who have achieved got score than more than 12, then this is 12 divided by that. If there are 35 students, we can say that 12 divided by 35 into 100. So that we will see how much it is there. So in this way, we will find that attainment level. So that 3/4 greater than, if there are more than 80% students have scored, here we can say, here it is written 100%. If it is 100%, then we can say clearly it is attained. And it is, we cannot find from here only, but indirect assessment is also there. So here, this a course instructor can find this CO attainment from this part, but this part also we have to deal. I think that in the coming session you will be discussing for that indirect assessment. Indirect assessment, what we have to do is course exit survey. Those who have passed out from our course, we have to give some that questionnaire for that questionnaire for that those students. So they can also, we have to give our feedback form for that alumni from that particular program. So they can give some form, and then there also we can give that marking, and there we have to find that PO-CO mapping, whether it is attained or not. So just framing CO-PO is not at all, it is not the end for PO-CO mapping. We have to find that attainment also. So that will be continued in next session. So thank you for hearing me patiently. So if you have any doubt, you can ask.
Dear participants, if you have any doubt, you can put your doubts in the chat box. Participants, if you have any queries, you can put your queries in the chat box. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. So
Yes, ma'am.
so once again, thank you
Yes, sir.
for Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University and other organizers. Thank you so much for Nagasubramani sir for inviting me. So it was a nice time spending with you. So thank you all participants. Thank you so much. So
Yes,
can I
ma'am.
leave?
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, I have few minutes, ma'am. Ma'am, your session is a super interesting one. Your explanation about outcome-based education was very useful for us, ma'am. You gave a brief explanation of 4 levels of outcomes that also made us, it was also very useful to us. You explained how to calculate the attainment level. It will be very useful for us, ma'am. Your explanation about mapping the POs and COs was a good explanatory one, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you once again, ma'am. I may now call upon CEO Akhilandeshwari to deliver the vote of thanks. Akhila?
Thank you, Nandini. Am I audible?
Audible.
Good afternoon, respected dignitaries, faculty members, and participants of our 5-day International Online Faculty Development Program organized by Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University in association with the Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute. I am grateful to take this opportunity to thank our conveners, Dr. P.C. Nagasubramani sir, Registrar IC, Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University, and Dr. K. Geeta ma'am, Principal, Faculty of Education, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute. And I thank our organizing secretaries, Dr. V. Sharmila ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Educational Technology, Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University, and Dr. Senthamil Pavai ma'am, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Education, Dr. NGR Educational Research and Institute. I would like to extend my warm gratitude to our resource person, Dr. Seema Gopinath ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Education Central, University of Rajasthan. Thank you, ma'am. Your presentation on mapping of COS, PEOs to PS was awesome, ma'am. That was a flawless presentation. It was innovative and informative, ma'am. And I also like to thank Dr. Mahalingam sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Pedagogical Sciences, Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University, who introduced the resource person to the session. I would like to extend my warm wishes to all the participants and faculty members who have made the event successful. On behalf of Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University and Dr. NGR Educational Research Institute, I thank you all once again. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Akhila.
much.
I thank you all once again. The feedback, dear participants, the feedback link will be posted in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you once again.